Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ancient City and a real SpellForce free cast. This is after I spent an hour beating up an AI on stream for whatever reason. In the purple color, we have got our dwarf player Ra. Fantastic to see him playing once more. On the other side of the map, his opponent in the green. This is Farlan playing as the humans. His hero is gonna be the Royal Mage, which is a little bit unexpected on a map like Ancient City, where it's gonna be tough to get to level 5 with his key skills. But if he gets enough enemy kills, maybe he can gather the experience needed. As for Ra, we've got the High Hierophant hero, also a little bit of a surprise here. But yeah, could work out with enough kills. You just gotta really play into that tier 1 with both of these heroes so that there's enough killing going on in general. Ra is sending the Mole Rider after Farlan's Royal Mage hero. Every smack he gets in, the Royal Mage gets slowed down. But he hasn't been able to get the attack through, so he managed to get here in time. Mole Rider tanking a bunch of hits, the Arcane Fire doing some damage, but not enough to actually get the kill. Farlan's gonna be going down the map, and I think he's been working with the scouts to lure away these undead from Ra, but Ra has found it. He's taking care of them together with the Fire Totem, which is one of the skills he picked. So he's picked Kill Shot, strong single target skill, snipes down the hero, Scattershot ammunition, that little 5 you see over her head. It shoots 2 rounds of ammunition instead of just the 1. So it seems that Farlan has gotten here first and Ra has turned around, but he's back now. I'm not sure what he has bought. Oh, he's... Okay, this is a million IQ, ladies and gentlemen. He's bought himself the fancy weapon, which deals a lot more damage than the starting one. He just used his gold that he got from the creeps. And Farlan is actually going to have to leave. There is no way you can flag fight against a High Hierophant. Flag fighting is when you have to take down the enemy's flag and build up your own in order to capture the sector. Well, that's not going to happen with just the Royal Mage. If he had been accompanied by an infantryman or 2, that would be different, but it's too early in the game to really make that kind of commitments. Farlan now has a lot of wood, so he's going to want to slap down a hunting cabin or a stonecutter. This other base also was not made, so his early infantryman that he's making is actually cutting into his build order a little bit. For the dwarves, the build order we're talking about is actually these stonecutters. We are going for triple stone because the dwarves are going to use a lot of stone. We've got a hunting cabin, obviously for food, char burner, that's going to be important for building these sectors up. Every upgrade costs a little bit of char. And then your archers are going to as well once we get around to that point. But typically you will see like 3 bases for the dwarves picked up. The 4th one can wait. In the 3rd one you typically see a bunch of barracks or stone halls. Humans are much the same with that, but 4th base you might want to go for that before the barracks. Depends on your exact build. With the 3rd sector you want to do pressure. With the 4th sector, barracks timing, you're planning for the later stages. It will yield you more units if you delay it, but at the cost of pressure, obviously. Now the Medusas are the big creeps of this map, and Farlan successfully brought 3 of them, separating from the 4th archer. But this Medusa Stalker is doing some serious damage to the infantrymen due to her magic damage. The infantrymen have negative resistance, so this is definitely hurting a lot. Farlan's on level 4 already, working towards that level 5. I don't think he wants to engage the hero, but he totally could have done. But due to the weak infantrymen, he's choosing to be the bigger man and just leave. He's going, however, for the other Medusa, and if he can get those kills, he might be able to make it to level 5 due to just stealing some of these creeps away from Ra. Ra is stuck on level 3, even killing these. I think he will be in level 3. The Medusa Archer is gonna bite the dust for sure, and I really like that Ra is upgrading this sector here. He's got a good sector count overall. But we're gonna be looking at a split map. Farland has picked up the icicles now, as well as Biting Frost, so he's got a lot of damage skills. He's also picked up both of the passives, Fire Might and Ice Might, which are causing a weakening aura around the Royal Mage himself. But the more stacks, the stronger the effect. So right now we're looking, I think, at a 9% reduction in damage and armor. If I remember that correctly. 10% actually. At level 3. Bunch of pickoffs are coming through here for Ra, but guess what? Farland has reached level 5. And he's going to be calling down a lot of skills here. Ra is losing so much health on the high Hierophant. Might actually lose the entire hero. Farland is absorbing the elements, which is going to cause him to shoot 4 shots from his staff, which is sadly not the fancy one just yet, but this is definitely enough to send all these axe wielders and whatnot away. Farland did not pick up Starfall just yet. He has one more point available for it, should he wish to go for it. Or he could get Biting Frost to freeze the enemy hero. We'll see which one he goes for. Absorb the elements, however, gives you so much more damage, so much more attack speed for the standard attacks as well. So this is some really good stuff overall. Town Hall is still getting axe wielders out, so Ra is looking for a little bit more of this tier 1 combat. We've got sentries coming in as well for some range damage. He'll definitely need that against the Royal Mage, but being down 2 levels against that is going to be very painful. But Ra is close to level 4. It's the level 5 that's going to be the problem. Taking over these sectors is of course easy enough, but guess what? Farland has not spent his point. If he does spend that point on Starfall, that's essentially a meteor drop that he can call in, and using that on Stone would definitely wipe the workers out, especially if Ra is not paying attention, but he is. He just looked at the minimap. Didn't even get an attack warning. This Royal Mage might actually go down. Farland is chugging the potion, but it looks like he will escape with that much health. Unless, of course, Ra has a knockdown ability ready to go. He misses it! Farland juked it! And he's getting the teleport out with just barely a sliver of health. Beautiful work. Didn't lose the hero, but maybe losing the hero wouldn't have been that bad, considering all the... Oh my god. Did Ra have a base here?
Is at maximum capacity. We need to
No,
expand.
there was no base here, but the flag got taken down. That's a lot of infantrymen that Farland has been using, meanwhile taking down these flags, controlling the possible map control of Ra, locking him down to these free bases essentially. And yeah, Farland has brought together his entire army. He's got now the fancy staff, as far as I can tell. He's also not bought the armor, not bought potions. So he's pretty much running low on that. I'm assuming he will lose the hero at some point. While he's in his own territory, he regenerates faster. Yeah, these infantrymen and arbalists will have no problem taking down this scouting post here. He's doing a really good job at that. Also, the Humies now have the center sector, which is super important because this is where the iron is. So in tier 2, this will really pay dividends. I would be curious to see whether Farland will actually go for some tier 2 gameplay, because right now he's not upgrading his base, and neither is Ra as far as I can tell. But getting some keepers for the humans, the heavy cavalry unit that they can make in tier 2, would be nice against axe wielders and sentries alike. They have high armor, they have low magic armor, but they're pretty good against this kind of tier 1 army. So I would love to see some of that. They're also actually a really nice option against pretty much anything, really. I found, except maybe Dark Elves, who have a lot of magic damage due to the spiders. Maybe there, I wouldn't recommend it, but everyone else, probably a good idea to make some. Especially dwarves, especially orcs. We will be utilizing a lot of pierce damage. That infantryman could have used some pullback micro, but will be going down anyway. Farland is blasting all the abilities at the base. He picked up Starfall, and the star will fall. The sky is falling. Unfortunately, the single target ice skill you cannot use in buildings, so that one didn't work out. This will fall. Absorb the elements has been used. There's a bit of a knockdown, and Ra is trying to get the Sniperino. Lots of damage being done to the hero, but guess what? The hero is tanking, and the army is dealing the damage. Ra's entire army is getting wiped and absorbed. The elements is still on. 4 shots at the time from his hero. Farlan is absolutely getting a beautiful surround here and eliminating Ra's army. This might be a game-deciding event, but maybe Ra can figure out to come back. We're gonna have to see what direction that goes in. He's got tier 2 at least, so this is now a nice capital. Farlan, however, is also getting the upgrade, so he's not far behind in that. Ra's tech advantage could help him out with some of those earth shapers. Those are some simple infantry mages with good health as well as magic damage, being mages. That will help a lot against the infantrymen. They have overall better stats than these guys. But the numbers, man, they don't add up. And the Earth Shapers, they really rely on their ability to pop a shield, increasing resistances. You have to kinda get upgrades for that. And that's not a quick thing to sort out. Yeah, this is a really good game for sure. Ra is getting a little bit of counter damage in against these stonecutters. Fallen was attempting to get a quick recycle to get them home. Workers are free, mind you, and they replenish over time by themselves. Doesn't even take player attention away. But killing them does hurt the economy. There'd be no doubt about that. Let's see, Farlan has 4 barracks right now. That is exactly where you should be at this point in the game. And once it's tier 2, you can upgrade 1 more base, make number 5 and 6, as well as get the upgrades rolling for the infantrymen. Especially, you get an armor upgrade, sorry, a health upgrade in fact, and a weapon upgrade, warhammers and oak shields. Be very, very nice to see that. But this Congo line of units is devastatingly powerful. They will be able to take down the stone halls, or at the very least the stone cutters at the edge of the map. Ra is looking for the counter damage with these earth shapers, doing some pretty good DPS to this building. They would have taken it down as well, but it's being repaired. It can kind of hold its own, and like I said, this stone hall is not particularly safe. Ra is gonna try and defend. It's really about his level 5 timing. If he can sort out his level 5, this could be doable, but going up against a royal mage that just wipes armies is not exactly comfortable. What are these infantrymen doing? I think... Oh my god, this is big brain. Fallen is doing this on purpose. He's holding the ground. Give them nothing, but take from them everything. He's blocking the way. A beautiful usage of the map, but Ra does have the knockdown ability. The meteor is not getting the meatiest of hits. Still getting 1 kill. Fallen is gonna teleport out. It's not worth the damage taking this down. He's just gonna play the long game. Taking out the outer base, however, is totally up for grabs. Ra is going in the wrong direction. He has no idea this is about to happen. Fallen is hitting 2 locations at the same time. He's gonna get both, I think. There's no way that Ra can save this, right? He's too far out. His base is already down to half health. The infantrymen are probably not getting their upgrade right this moment. Fallen does not yet have upgrades on the way. Probably doesn't have the forge in the first place, but Ra can't defend both locations at the same time. Man, he's gonna have to choose one. He's choosing the teleportation on the main army. Okay, he's gonna save that base. He's getting upgraded and repaired. So that's looking good, but this one, even though it will take out like 5 infantrymen of Fallen, it will go down nonetheless. Ra does not have stone to repair it right now. And forget attacking into Fallen. He's got a fortified outpost. It's doing so much damage if you get close to it. Losing this base is yet another great blow that Ra didn't want to receive. Let's see if he's got his upgrades in order. He also does not have upgrade structures. He's got the 4 stone halls, and that's kind of it. His population will be struggling to reach much beyond 120 as well with the bases he's got. He can't upgrade any further, so he would have to use population upgrades. which are a thing. You can just upgrade your population from a building rather than upgrading sectors. But sectors are key. And Farden still has a secondary army running around. We're having a little bit of lag, so let me give this a 5-second pause so we can let the guys get ahead of us a little bit. Dude, Farden has gotten so ridiculously good. He's just all over the map. He's microing super well. He's using choke points now. What more could you possibly want? He keeps saving his hero at like no hit points. Ra is having to add in more riders, which will slow down this army, granted, and they're taking a lot of area up, so they could actually act as a little bit of a roadblock. But Farden's in a pretty good spot. Does he have potions? He does not have potions. That is actually Ra's opportunity to get some kills on his army. Big cast, however, of the icicles is coming in. Was there a meteor cast in the middle? I think not. I think Ra is just taking this like a champ. But the maid is under attack. Farden is going for it. I don't think that's enough infantrymen, dude. I don't think it's enough. And Ra is winning the fight in the choke point. These Earthshapers are just a little bit too tanky. Is Farden getting the hero out? It looks like it. Teleported home by himself. He won't be able to take the main. That was a little bit too ambitious. And Ra now on 120 population. If he can research the stomp upgrade for the moles, that will be able to do some AoE damage against buildings. He's got the inventor. He's ready for the population upgrade to come in. And he's queuing it up as I say. Does not have any other stuff, however. The stomp upgrade, however, is something you get from the main. He's going tier 3 so that he can start making border fortresses. He's getting his base secured so he can get more population, more resources. And once he is in tier 3, he can get berserkers, which are an X-infantry unit, very powerful, have an ability to speed up and increase the damage of nearby allies. Now that's key, but the Stomperinos is about to kick in also. Holy moly, this scouting post is toast. Ra can take it over, and even without level 5, this is a very stonky army of Earthshapers. It's starting to look pretty good. Ra will have to teleport in order to save this base, but it will be no problem to do so. So first off, the more riders are going to slow down the enemies. You can chase this for a long time. Secondly, the Hierophant is shooting 2 shots at a time, so as he chases, as these guys get slowed down, they are going to get picked off. Farden is going to have another hit squad doing damage, but the hit squad is too small. Here is where the majority of his army is. He's switching to Griffins. Now, bear in mind that the sentries and the Earthshapers can shoot up, but not the Mole Riders, so at least you won't be able to very easily take these down. Level 5 is reached for the High Hierophant, so he can now, Ra can apply the barrage ability to her, which is a shot of 5 projectiles. It's passing through enemies, so much damage coming out from that if the army comes near. Griffins are an interesting idea here. They have a lot of health, but certainly can't take on the Earthshapers, I don't think. Farden's gonna sacrifice his sector, and I think now is a good time to start thinking about tier 3 for himself too. But he does not have... Oh, he does have the... He could go tier 3 right now. But I think he's in front of a farm transition. He's got a good amount of billets. So population is not an issue. What's an issue is his army size. It's tiny. Ra could ruffle stomp him. He could maybe even go to the capital and just win. He's about to be tier 3 himself. Right, meow, actually. Now that those guys dropped the resources. And that means Berserker time. You could cancel all of this business. You could cancel all of that. And get going with the Berserkers. Once Ra realizes this, Farden is in big trouble, ladies and gentlemen. The comeback from Ra is absolutely epic. This is one of the better games I've gotten to cast in probably months. Granted, I didn't do many casts. But yeah, Ra is just going for the stonks. We're gonna get the Stomperinos. Scouting post yeeted and deleted. Ra takes over yet another sector. His population count can go up to 175 and is going to, based on those sectors that we were looking at. Now that's a nice bit of harassment from the Griffins. And all the stone will be bullied, but Ra has some stockpiles of stone. This shouldn't be too bad. Now Ra can go home and defend this, or it can go for the counter. I think the Mole Riders being low on focus would mean that he can't use his abilities, however. Gets a knockdown against the teleport, might be able to take down the hero. That is enormous, because now the infantrymen have to just leg it home, and that's probably not going to happen. The barrage shifts through every single one here. Being in two groups now. Ra is not chasing? Why isn't he chasing? He could have taken down every single one. Okay, he figured it out. He's going after them now. Let's see if this Berserker's coming after this current wave of units. Not so far that I can tell. Actually, Fallen turns around for a second, but is greeted with further Earth Shapers who are doing a lot of magic damage. Fallen on 53 population against 190. If Ra had any idea, he would go straight for the main and stomp it. This could be a hell of an event here. This Congo line is devastatingly powerful. I think Ra is going to be methodical, however. He has no clue how small Fallen's army actually is. He's going to surround this base, stomp that, do a lot of damage in the process. Like, this is still gonna be a really good stomp, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's spreading out his guys so as to target as many buildings as possible. Yeah, that's probably what's happening. Oh, no, he's gonna stop now. Farm's toast. Support garrison's not gonna last too long. Fortified outpost is deleted out of the game. My goodness, that was epic. Oh, there's gonna be, oh, that did nothing. The Starfall didn't work out. The Fallen's gonna resign after that fantastic dominant early game. Ra is making a huge comeback against him. Fallen just not strong enough. He did not have the lasting power behind his initial momentum, and Ra punishes him real good. That was beautiful. Play with the dwarfs there. Level 5 unlocked, but wasn't even super necessary. Though he definitely did struggle until then, but you know, once you reach max population against such a small army, may the Guardians save you. Overall, great game. Congrats to Ra. Let's hop into the next one. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe, because I'll post this later.